But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in,
Raus mit ihm!
there is always
Verbannen!
a choice.
Umbringen!
The Harfner
Hängen!
must be able to make.
Willkommen zu Baldurs Gate 3. Schön, dass ihr wieder dabei seid. Der liebe Raphael hat sich hier im Bordell ein Zimmerchen gemietet und ich vermute mal, dass er jetzt im Teufelsloch drinne ist.
Devil's Den.
Vermutlich, ne? Oh, der Voss ist auch da. Guten Tag.
I much prefer a cat.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Was wollen wir denn?
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
Was wollen wir denn? Orpheus befreien?
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
Was macht er? Was
For
passiert?
the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear.
Ha!
It's unsettling.
Ha! Ein netter Trick, aber zeigt mir doch etwas, das echt ist.
That was no party trick. Somebody's missing. Can't you tell? That illithid you keep in your pocket can't hear us anymore.
Huh. What's the catch?
Clever, aber bei unserer ersten Begegnung hattet ihr mir ein Heilmittel versprochen. Das ist kein Heilmittel.
I'd ask you to be patient, but you've been patient enough. Now is the time to speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
Das Astralprisma?
In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Warum sollte ich ihn befreien wollen?
I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an elder brain.
Also gut, wie befreie ich ihn?
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope.
Brechen wir ein.
Now.
Na dann, her damit.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
There it is. Of course.
Ich falsche nicht mit euch, Raphael.
I'm not asking you to bargain. I'm asking you to save your soul. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
Oh. Was genau ist diese Krone?
Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Kasse created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Kasse was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Kasse's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Zariel wouldn't like that much. But even I'm not so desperate to spite her I'd put the hells in this bastard's hands.
Ja, also ganz ehrlich, wenn er die Krone bekommt, dann haben wir einen Teufel, der alles regiert, der gottgleich ist. Ich glaube, das ist eine ganz schlechte Idee. Also die Vorstellung, dass ihr alle 9 Höllen regiert, erfüllt mich nicht gerade mit Freude.
The hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them.
Das glaube ich ihm nicht. Wo war die Krone?
Hidden. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play.
Also, dass es diesen Sterblichen im Gegensatz zu euch gelungen ist, die Krone zu stehlen, muss ganz schön ärgerlich für euch sein. Pflaume.
Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the elder brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Kasse to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Ich mag weder den Imperator, noch mag ich ihn. Und ich bin mir sicher, dieses Haus der Hoffnung, irgendwie kommen wir da rein. Ich werde die Krone selbst kontrollieren, wenn ich die Nessersteine habe.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart.
Dann zerstöre ich sie halt.
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world.
Sorry, Raffi, aber nö.
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
Wir suchen einfach dieses Haus der Hoffnung. Wir suchen das einfach. Und dann...
There you are.
Oh.
I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
Es wäre schön, einen Moment des Friedens und der Ruhe zu haben.
I can understand that. There's reprieve in solitude. But it's concerning that something could intervene like that, especially when we are so close to the Elder Brain. Do you have any idea what it was?
Ich versuche ihn zu täuschen. Es war das Ältestengehirn. Es wollte mich unter seinen Einfluss bringen. Oh. Yes! Ah!
Then the situation is worse than I thought. If it read your thoughts, it knows exactly what your intentions are, and it is already plotting countermoves to stop you. We must press on. I will bolster your mental defenses. Let us hope that allows us to regain some of our lost advantage before it finds you.
Haben wir jetzt einen Buff bekommen? Nee. Schade. Schade, ich dachte, wir würden da jetzt vielleicht einen Buff. Das wäre jetzt geil gewesen, ne? So ein kleiner, aber feiner Buff. Aber nö. Gab gar nichts. Na gut. So, ich glaube, wir sind hier wieder fertig, oder? Boah, wir haben so viele Dinge zu tun, ne? Es ist echt heftig. So, da waren wir gerade. Da kommen wir her, ne? Jawohl. Das ist echt eine schöne Straße hier. Wir schauen uns mal weiter um. Was ist... Oh, okay. Ich glaube, wir müssen Shahira holen. Also ab ins Lager. Ich wollte eigentlich gerade den Austausch wieder offscreen machen, aber dann habe ich gesehen, dass Karlach ganz, ganz viel redet. Jetzt musste ich nochmal neu laden. Und jetzt ist leider unser schöner Critical Role dahin. Naja. Der Imperator ist jetzt ein bisschen sauer auf uns, aber nur ein bisschen.
Raphael must be raging we didn't take his deal. Luckily, his desperation made him careless. Did you hear what he said? The hammer's in his house of hope. If we wanted, we could steal it right out from under his nose.
Oh, und das werden wir
Granted, it wouldn't
tun.
be easy. Devils guard their treasure by especially lethal means.
Was schlagt ihr vor?
We would need to find a diabolist. One worth their salt should be able to get us into that devil's lair. One last trip to Avernus. At least it'd be for a good reason, right?
Haben wir da noch was? Okay. Ihr müsst vorerst... Ja. So, wir brauchen Shahira.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Great, Dev. I suppose we will have to see if this House of Hope is open to visit. As you wish.
So. Karlach weg. Sonst will keiner... Doch, ach, Will. Will.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldurs Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Ja, als ich Baldurs Tor verlassen habe, war es eine sichere Zuflucht. Da muss Gortash dahinter stecken.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
Ja. Ja. Hat die Herzogin Stelmane eigentlich ein Bündnis mit dem Imperator?
Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. Maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse.
Nun gut. Dann haben wir das auch geklärt. Wir haben Shahira dabei. Lass uns ein paar Verbündete holen. Das ist ja eigentlich unsere Hauptmission jetzt, ne? Wir sollen Verbündete finden. Lass uns Verbündete finden. Und scheinbar ist es tatsächlich möglich, in das Haus der Hoffnung zu kommen und diesen Hammer zu klauen. Und genau das werden wir auch tun, das sage ich euch. Genau das. So. Moin.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest adventurers. Don't draw any trouble on old Enthar. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
Das ist ja schön und gut, aber wo sind die Hafner? Enthal, ich muss zu den Hafnern.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Entharl. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Sehr gut. Warte.
Now?
Ja.
Oh, aye. Helm forbid someone might pay for my services, Jaheira. Harper's nesting in your cellar tends to scare off business. So, if you mean to sling some coin around, only Jaheira will complain.
Ja, erst das Geschäft.
Bah, she might make a Harper of you yet.
Nee, nee.
Right, Sommy.
Die
You're
zahlen
at the
nicht
door
so
till
gut,
our
habe ich
friends
gehört.
are done. God forbid we do any business today.
So, hier, oder? Jawohl. Hafner, Hafner, Hafner. Ah, hier dürfen wir nicht. Das verboten. Das auch verboten. Aber das ist nicht verboten. Obwohl hier ein Knöpfli wäre. Oh, und eine Winde. Aha. Na, das schauen wir uns dann an. Ich weiß nicht, ob heute, aber definitiv irgendwann. So, da sind wir. Moin, Geraldus, alte Brezen.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketherick.
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Seluna's tears as some kind of code.
Oha.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
Oh Gott. Ich schweige und warte auf ihr Zeichen.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
Jawohl, Spaß! Warum stehen die jetzt so weit weg? Ich finde das voll gemein. Ey, das ist ja voll fies, Alter. Wenn ich jetzt hier diese blöde Dings zerstöre, ne, dann ist das doof. Aber hier. Bam!
Keep them guessing.
Warum sind das alle... Warum sind das jetzt alles Verräter? Was stimmt da nicht? Das ist ja gemein. So, hau mal... Hol mal deinen Hammer raus. Oh, 40%, das ist nicht gut. Ach. Ich möchte nicht diese Leiter zerstören, das wäre doof. Wollen wir... Nee, der Hunger ist hier schlecht, glaube ich. Der ist hier nicht angebracht. Tote beleben können wir nicht. Na komm.
Always the same old song. The straight path.
Eismesserchen, ha? Wie sieht's aus? Kriegen wir das da hin? Kriegen wir das da so hingecastet? Ja. Upsi. Ah, Doppelgänger, schon wieder. Mistfinken. Was auch sonst. Die sind überrascht, die werden nicht viel... Was? Doch! Ah, oh nee, jetzt ist die verdammte... Jetzt ist die verdammte Dings zerstört worden. Ich krieg das Kotzen. Wow, Astarion ist so krass geworden, ne? Der ist so heftig mittlerweile. Ach, komm schon. Was soll das denn? Achso, ich hätte vielleicht da rausgehen sollen. Naja, gut. Da ist noch einer. Kann man irgendwie hier runter zwiebeln? Versuchen wir es mal. Nö, aber wir haben ihn zu Fall gebracht. Das ist auch was. Ich möchte nach oben. Da komme ich nicht hin. Ich weiß auch nicht, wie ich da jetzt hochkomme. Ja, Zug beenden und so. Der soll mal bitte runterkommen hier. Kommen wir da jetzt überhaupt? Ja, da kann man schon noch hoch, ne? So, aber wir müssen irgendwie... Ja, da ist noch eine... Da ist noch eine. Wow. 35 Schaden. Das ist echt heftig. Was Astarion raushaut, ist anders krass. Muss man einfach mal so sagen, ne? Kann die da hochballern? Nee. Doch. Aber sie trifft natürlich mal wieder nicht. Wie soll's auch anders sein? Natürlich trifft sie nicht. Oh, Kacke. Flatsch.
How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mother's mark. How many more Harper's dead?
What's inside?
Das ist der Zoll. Das ist der Lun. Wir looten mal. Aber die hätten wenigstens was Vernünftiges dabei haben können, ne? Tötungsbefehl, jawohl. Das ist das, was ich lesen will. Ihr werdet die Hafnergesichter nicht mehr lange tragen müssen. Orin hat den Befehl erteilt. Tötet die Alte, aber berichtet ihr vorher, wie ihre kleinen Soldaten gestorben sind. Hebt ein Büschel Haare oder eine Sehne auf, wenn möglich. Die Auserwählte möchte eine Harfe bespannen. Miese kleine Bastardin.
Did I get it right?
Shaluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead. Evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. Baalists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said, it said, that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and I had no choice.
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in,
Raus mit ihm!
there is always a
Verbannen!
choice.
Umbringen!
The Harper
Hängen!
must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira. Hi, Harper. Please. I'm still a Harper. I want to help.
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else?
Na, ganz ehrlich, diese Entscheidung kann ihm niemand abnehmen, nicht mal ihr, hohe Hafnerin.
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First,
Schäm dich.
Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here.
Ja, und wir werden reden.
Something good here. I hope.
Definitiv werden wir reden. Aber erst in der nächsten Folge. Denn das war's wieder. Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen. Gebt gerne einen Like und schreibt einen Kommentar, das unterstützt den Kanal. Der YouTube-Algorithmus, ihr wisst es, der will, dass ihr mit den Videos interagiert. Und wenn ihr diesen Kanal unterstützen möchtet, dann könnt ihr das genauso tun. Scheiß auf Werbung gucken oder so. Ganz egal. Was zählt, sind eure Kommentare und eure Likes. So ist es leider nun mal. Ich mach's ungern, aber YouTube zwingt mich dazu. Naja, in diesem Sinne, einen wunderschönen Tag euch allen noch. Dankeschön für euren Support. Macht's gut. Und ciao.